This leader is provided to facilitate adjustment of focus. Please be aware there are spoilers contained in this video presentation.
You better think rebellion making everybody lawless. You better think it's alright if your name's William Wallace. Oh, freedom,
Freedom!
freedom,
Freedom!
freedom, yeah.
That was a bit of a reach. I didn't see where you were going, and it really paid off at the end. So I'm proud of you. Braveheart was directed by Mel Gibson. It was released in 1995. It won Best Picture, Director, Sound Effects, Makeup. It was nominated for writing, costume, sound, editing, and music, and it got the Golden Globe for Best Director. This is Mel Gibson at his zenith.
Right, because he just went downhill after, because he did The Patriot, and then he did the Jesus movie.
Yeah, it's the Passion of the Passion of the Christ. It's maybe not referred to it as that Jesus movie.
Then he did Daddy's Home. Daddy's Home 2, actually. Ransom. I forgot about that one.
Give me back my son! So this one came out when I was doing summer stock in Creed, and so on Tuesdays, that was our dark day, and so we would go into town and watch a movie, and whatever movie they had. And I remember really, really liking this movie. It is not the great movie I remember, but
it's still pretty good, but it hasn't aged very well due to Mel Gibson.
yeah,
Just being Mel Gibson.
Think of it this way. I think it is the Scottish Young Guns.
okay,
Yeah, I can see that.
I can see that.
It plays fast and loose with history. Everybody's real pretty. They go and they fight a lot.
There's a part like in that second battle, you can actually see two people play fighting in the background. When I found it, it was like, oh, this is a gem, because I love that. But it's like I tried to find it this one time, and I couldn't find it.
This is another movie where, in terms of travelogue, man, it makes me want to go visit Scotland, because beautiful.
Right. Out of all the movies on this thing, like they make Scotland to be really, really nice.
And I just found out at the vacation that I took down in Florida that we're more Scottish than we are Irish.
So
after all of these years of thinking that we were Irish, so Mel looks every bit of 40 years old. Him pretending to be like, oh, I'm back and young, and like, yeah, you're kind of young, like in epoch, compared to when the dinosaurs were alive, you were young.
There's a review from a channel called History Buffs. Isabella was 9 years old and still in France when William Wallace died.
Longshanks desires peace.
He declares it to me, I swear it.
It's not historically accurate at all.
Honest Trailers goes over a lot of the wars and stuff weren't even like the same. They would just go out into the streets and make like a ruckus.
Could you describe the ruckus, sir?
It's well worth a watch. I always liked Honest Trailers.
The thing about it is, though, like that's 3 hours of movie and a lot more watchable than a couple other 3-hour movies that we've had.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
and this one was made to be a popular movie. So between this and Lord of the Rings, lots of running, lots of walking and running in these movies this week.
That's why they're so fit. They don't eat and they run all the time.
They run all the time. There's a scene where the Bruce is talking to his pops, and he goes,
It's tearing me apart.
"It's tearing me apart."
You are tearing me apart!
Yeah.
I mean, you have to dismiss the kind of the history part about it and just go, it's
Well,
just
and
a
there-
war movie. Like,
So many cringy lines. Like, it's like, really, you're gonna say that? Mm.
I could get behind watching this, but like I remember my roommate and I went to go see The Patriot. This is the same movie
Yeah.
and it's bad.
Oh,
Freedom!
there was that one guy that said it was going to be good, and you knew him. That's amazing.
It was The Postman. It was surprising how quickly he sees the vision of his dead wife and then gets down with Princess.
Well, and it turns out as a ruler, she was actually known for her cruelty.
He waits for you at York. You are man enough to come and face it.
Edward the First was horrible, though. He was a horrible dude.
One of the things that made me so happy, right before the end, he uses the Ragnarok.
Why are you being so weird?
And nobody's gonna recognize me now. No ukuleles were used.
No
in this.
ukuleles.
But,
They had a lute, didn't they? Bagpipes and lutes.
They alluded to it. Freedom! I'm gonna give this two ukuleles. I loved it in the 90s when I first came out, and having some real difficulty figuring out why.
So I went back and watched Young Guns, and it is just awful. I mean, just horrible. Braveheart and Young Guns are the same movie, with the same respect for history. I still enjoyed it. I gave it a 3.
Yeah, I also give it a 3. I always thought it was pretty good.
It's over!